Hey there folks, it's your boy B3 back with another kicking action figure review. We have another great Ollie's find with the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Zeo Yellow Ranger. Yeah, she was only $7.99. Great find. Really cannot wait to bust her out of package. But first let's take a look at her. You see this is pre the plastic-less quote-unquote packaging. It's not plastic-less if you got like the tape. But yeah, nice window, displays the accessories very well. As you can see, she actually comes with her main accessories on like blue. $7.99 price tag, legal info. Got that cool classic Lightning Collection art on the sides and whatnot. It's sad that this line and stuff is now defunct, but oh well, you can find them cheap now. Most of them anyway. But yeah, let's get her out of package. And here she is out of package. The Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Zeo Yellow. Yeah, pretty cool. I quite like her. A lot of great metallic gold paint on the booties and the gloves, the belt even. And I feel like this is something I haven't really seen as much. The holsters sculpted to the skirt. That seems new to me. No, they're that way on my Zeo Pink as well. How odd. I just don't remember them being that way on any figures, but I suppose they were. This one holds the sword, this one holds the blaster. But yeah, lots of gold all over. Good looking head sculpt, you know, since that's the main part that makes her stand out other than the color. But yeah, she's a pretty good sculpt. Articulation wise, you have up on the head, which doesn't seem super great. I wish I could really put that head up a little farther. But down is pretty good. Side to side, a little bit of a wobble, but really not much of one. And I do like my wobbles. You have a good old butterfly joint. That's weird. This arm doesn't want to go. There we go. It's stuck. Up and down on the arms. A single bend at the bicep, but it does rotate. You've got rotation on the wrists as well as forward and back. And then, you know, big torso joint. You have the waist crunch that would eventually be carried over to their Marvel Legends line. And then you have this kind of soft plastic skirt and a hard plastic bussy, which doesn't really work well. I feel like they maybe should have just axed the bussy entirely so that we could kick the leg back, because you see the leg can't go back because of the hard plastic bussy. A lot of figures have rubber bussy coverings now, like at NECA and McFarlane. Hasbro, to my knowledge, not doing anything like that right now. But the skirt covers up the bussy, so why not just not have it? Also, the skirt is this rubber. Why not a cloth skirt? They do cloth for the Black Series all the time, but they very rarely did it for Power Rangers. I can think of like one instance with Andros in his disguise. But the legs do go in and out a decent amount and forward, but the skirt kind of pushes them down a little, but not much. You have a thigh swivel, a double as in a knee bend, a boot swivel, a really tough up and down on the feet. They're both really tough. Ankle pivot, peg holes. Fun. So now let's look at her accessories. You can see she has two holding hands here to hold her mini accessories. We have her sword. Very cool. Every Zeo Ranger has the same sword and also the same blaster. But the Rangers do have their own unique weapons as well. In the show, Blue didn't come with his. You have to buy another cog to get Blue's weapons, which is really stupid. Her unique weapons are these nunchucks. They flop around. It's just soft plastic connecting them, which is nice. I feel like a bendy wire would have been better. You know? Like they've done it with Daredevil in their Marvel Legends line. Why not put a bendy wire on these puppies? Be much better for posing them up. Oh well. We do have this blast effect. For the blaster, you just have to kind of line it up right. Pew pew. Pretty cool. The Lightning Collection was kind of famous for its cool energy effects. They are really neat, and some of them transfer well to Marvel Legends, especially if you saw my Marvel Boy Marvel Legends review. She has her unmasked head, which I'll never use. I never use any of the unmasked heads. The only one I even care to keep around is Doggy Kruger's, but I keep them to keep the figures complete. But with all that hair, I doubt it articulates very well. And then she also has these kind of posing hands, which are neat, but I'll probably display her with the nunchucks. We'll have to see. Now it's time for everybody's favorite part of the review. You guessed it. Size comparisons. You already saw a sneak peek of one of them earlier. Here on the left we have the GameStop exclusive Zeo Pink from their Pink Ranger 2-pack, and here on the right we have the In Space Phantom Ranger, who also appeared in Turbo, which was the sequel to Zeo. Yeah, I think she looks really great with them. Perfect with Pink Ranger, great with Phantom Ranger. You know, I really like it. So she does seem to scale well with the Rangers in her own line, which is magnificent. But there are also villains in the Lightning Collection. So here she is with Red Ecliptor. Once again, I think she looks pretty good with him. Quite good, actually. Quite factually. Great. Great, great, great. Now, just real quick, I want to show her something that's not Power Rangers, but is very Lightning Collection-esque. It is the Volaverse Legend of the White Dragon 2-pack White Dragon. This film's probably never going to come out, but it is based on Power Rangers. It originally was going to be a Power Rangers fan film. He would have been played by the late Jason David Frank, rest in peace, King. Yeah, and I think he looks really good with the Rangers as well. So if you have the White Dragons, they will look, or White Dragon and Dragon Prime, they will look great with your Lightning collections, which is perfect because it's almost certainly what they were made to go with. Anyway, let's take everybody out real quick and throw in some of Hasbro's figures for kids before they, you know, stopped making Power Ranger figures. So here is the Power Rangers Dino Fury Cosmic Armor Green Ranger, and this is of course the single-carded version, and also Gold Ranger from the same Dino Fury line. And she doesn't really look bad with them, to be honest. Like, her detail and paint are far superior, of course. Actually, the paint isn't that superior, but the detail is. But, like, height-wise, she kind of works with them. Yeah, not all Lightning collections do, but she does seem to, which is great. And then, of course, lastly, I do want to show them with some Super Sentai figures from Japan. So here is the Sentai Hero Series EX Doggy Kruger and the Poppy Magishine, both from Bandai Japan. Yeah, and Magishine here on the right, she does not go well with at all, but she looks pretty good with the Sentai Hero Series Doggy Kruger. I think she's kind of a perfect height to go with him, actually. I really, really like that. So yeah, she scales well with her own line, which is really all that matters, but there do seem to be a couple other lines that she works well with also, which is great. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Zeo Yellow figure from Hasbro? She's pretty cool. Zeo is a season that a lot of people really like. I think it's kind of just an okay season. Like, it's very standard in quality to me. I mean, it has Mighty Morphin on one end, and I mean, it's better than at least the first half of Turbo, but it doesn't hold a candle to, like, In Space or Lost Galaxy. So it kind of just sits there, but it does mark the first time they had these big costume changes and power changes and huge monumental villain changes, which it's very important to Power Rangers history. And this is a good figure. It could be better. Even, it's a little old now, but, well, it's getting old anyway. It's not quite there yet. But even when this came out, it could have been a little better of a figure. She has a lot of accessories, which is good, and she moves well enough, but it kind of feels like her arms are going to pop out and, like, break. Like, all the joints on the arms feel fragile when you move them. The legs are fine, even though they're hindered at the skirt, and the head could look up farther. So she's good, but she's not perfect. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.